Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tito'clock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Yes, it is, folks. Hi there. It's Tito'clock. Welcome to the show. I'm Tito James, and with me are the usual band of suspects, X, Y, and Z, all ready to serve you for the next hour or so as we go all the way through till 6 o'clock tonight. How are you guys? Welcome, Elmer Capuno, Annie Grace Graham, Cici Abad, Johnny Manuel, and Ching B. Marfori Munoz Abad. I'm worried. I'm worried. I haven't seen May Ann. I haven't seen May Ann for a couple of weeks. Where's May Ann? Starting to get a little concerned here. All right, so we got Jeff Espiritu Lloyd Ugarte. Hey, great day to you too. Hey, Eduardo Lim's here too as well. Hey, Eduardo. Zaira Cam. Pao Porazzo. Hola. Nice Rivera. Yay, yay. Good afternoon too. Patrick Segura. Evangeline Nietes. Lanny Garay, good afternoon to you. John Bagtas, hey, what's up? Alvin Zamora Alvarez and Joel Fajardo. All right, Rosie Billet. Hello, Tito. Hello, Edwin De Esa. Tito'clock rules. Tito'clock rules. That's so cool of you to say. All right, guys. You can't hear anything. Ching B, what's wrong? Are we coming across live to everyone else? Is that clear? Mayan's there. Look, we found Mayan. Woohoo! Call off the search party, folks. We found Mayan. We were worried about you, Mayan. We really were. In fact, all the Tito'clockers were starting to light candles. That's how worried they were. Kidding aside. We're all here today. Is the sound okay? Only one person said that they have a problem with the sound. It seems like we're okay. Hey, look, the Tryon Towers community cats are here today. Look at that. How awesome is that? Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And also, we'll be sharing some of their messages a little bit later on. They have an opportunity for somebody to adopt a couple of little dogs, their mother and child. Yeah, it's a nice little story I posted on the main page, or on, if you go onto the wall, you'll see that as well. So if you're looking for a dog or a pet, somebody to keep you company, always consider adoption first. No hate if you want to go the other way. That's cool. No judgment. I understand that it's a very tricky thing, this whole pet adoption thing, and I don't think it's fair also to label people if they want to choose to go down a breeder route. But I guess if we could only ask one thing, it would be to consider, right? To consider. If you could consider it as a serious option, that would be great. You know what? That would be really great. And maybe mix and match. Maybe get a dog from the breeder and then a dog from adoption or shelter, and you get the best of both worlds. That's what we've done as well. And so we got a golden retriever, Charlie, and Stips. And Stips is a rescue dog from the factory of Pampanga somewhere. So that's how we did it. And if you could do the same, that would be awesome. More about that a little bit later on, because we got a lot to get through, including a couple of really exciting raffles. Are you right there, X? We got a couple more great raffles to get through. Plus, we got Free Plug Friday and a whole lot more. But before all that, we got to check in with Chris for the latest in headlines. Chris, what you got there? Pretty scary stuff out there today.
Hi, Tito James. Good afternoon and happy Friday, inmate. It's that time of the day for Tito'clock News. Quezon City government announced that a total of 13,464 health workers and frontliners have been inoculated with Sinovac and AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Those inoculated include 1,100 healthcare workers at the Quezon City General Hospital, 6,815 frontliners from public and private hospitals in the city, and 5,549 other frontliners from the city's 6 districts. Also vaccinated are members of the City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit, Barangay Health Emergency Response Teams, and Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office. Medical frontliners in Level 3 hospitals under the Department of Health, such as the East Avenue Medical Center and National Kidney Transplant Institute, were not included in the vaccination. The city government has opened 6 vaccination centers for medical and non-medical workers who are living or working in Quezon City. City Health Officer Esperanza Arias said no one jumped the line during the vaccination of frontliners at the Aguinaldo Elementary School this week. Malacanang announced today that the Philippines Pandemic Task Force will allow religious institutions to hold religious gatherings like Mass once a day from April 1 to 4. The new relaxation of rules covers all religious denominations. For Catholics, this means limited physical masses are allowed from Maundy Thursday to Easter Sunday. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque announced the following restrictions. Maximum 10% seating capacity is allowed. Seat reservations are encouraged. A religious venue is allowed to hold a gathering once a day only. Crowding outside the religious venue is prohibited, so the use of audio-visual screens or public address systems outside the venue is prohibited. Live singing should be limited. Recorded singing is encouraged. Barangay officials and local police have been tasked to enforce compliance to the protocol. The task force encourages people to attend religious services virtually because of the continued surge in COVID-19 cases. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, or CBCP, announced that Cardinal Jose Advincula has been appointed by Pope Francis as the new Archbishop of Manila on Thursday at noontime in Rome or at 7 p.m. Manila time. The 68-year-old Advincula, a former Capiz Archbishop, succeeds Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. Tagle assumed his new Vatican post in February 2020 as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of People. Following the vacancy, Bishop Roderick Pabilio was designated as Apostolic Administrator of the Manila Archdiocese. In November last year, the Pope named Advincula Cardinal in a ceremony held at the St. Peter's Basilica. Advincula is the ninth Filipino to become a prince of the church. The U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association announced on Thursday, Manila time, that Filipino-American track and field star Aaliyah Miller has been named to the Bowerman watch list. Miller, a senior at Baylor University, is the first women's athlete in the school's history to be shortlisted for the sport's highest honor for collegiate athletes. The Bowerman is presented annually to the year's most outstanding collegiate male and female track and field athletes. Miller is coming off an undefeated 800-meter season where she won the NCAA Indoor Championship with a record-breaking 2 minutes and 0.69 seconds finish, making her the second fastest performer in collegiate history. The record that she broke was previously held by Raven Rogers, a former winner of the Bowerman. Before the NCAA, Miller set the Big 12 Conference meet record with a time of 2 minutes and 2.98 seconds and claimed her second Big 12 indoor championship in her career in the 800-meter event. That's the latest Tito'clock headlines. Let's take a look at the inbox. Tita James?
Let's do that, shall we? Okay, what you got there, Chris?
All right. We have about six video photos and videos. The first
Okay.
one is the light post in Manila. Let's check it out.
Uy, okay yan ah. We're looking at the light post, the new, or is that what we're looking at? That dragon
Yes.
thing?
Yes. The
Oh,
one with
wow.
the dragon.
Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you're normally not supposed to put them on the roadway, but it's just mm, nice design though. I like the dragon. But yeah, it looks like
Me
that might
too.
be yeah, it looks like it might be a bike lane by the looks of that center line.
Yeah, it
And
looks like it.
yeah, not picking on it, but yeah.
Bakit
Hey,
nandyan? Yun ang
Wars
tanong.
Ends just said the reporter has nice diction. Uy, uy, see, what's that?
Aw,
Oh,
thank
look there. There's
you.
a comment. Reporters has a nice diction. There you go, Chris. Hey, what you got? What
Thank
else you got?
you. Okay, next up we have the bus parking on EDSA.
Oh, yes, of
Ah,
course. Another bike lane fiasco. These guys already only get like a really unsegregated piece of road and really nowhere near the width that they need. And then even that's taken up by the buses. And those buses apparently, because I had to double check, because I said, look, are you sure it wasn't like he said no, they were there for 30 minutes or 25 minutes, something like that. So yeah,
mhm.
really still far from enough respect for our bikers on two wheels.
Yeah. Ah, still needs improvement, guys. All right. The next
Mhm.
one we have is the clamp.
A clamp. Well, ooh, is that local?
Not
That's here.
sure.
Wow, it's here now. That's the new Z4. Hmm.
Where is it?
Oh yeah, that's the new Z4. Wow, that's pretty Hey, you know what? Kudos firstly for clamping a supercar, or it's not quite a super duper car, but it's up there. And
Yeah.
secondly, kudos for putting on that cardboard and protecting the rim. So whoever did that, at least thumbs up for that.
Yeah. They still are concerned for the car
Yeah,
owner.
I've seen such kabastusan there with the clamping and the towing. So they show a little bit of if this guy's parked illegally, then he or she should be towed or clamped. It's no question about it. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed that they took the time to put the cardboard there as well. All
Yeah,
right,
that's true. Right.
good.
Kudos to you, sirs. Now, next we have is the one-way road. Not sure which province this is, but this is a familiar sight for me.
Okay. Yeah, very familiar. If you've
Yeah.
ever taken an out of town trip, which nobody has
Mm-hmm.
this year and last year, but if you remember what it was like to take an out of town trip in the Philippines, this is what you'd
Yep.
encounter.
Yes, yes. It's very common.
Yeah. Hmm. All right. That's an RFID lane, the rice field ID lane.
Possibly.
All right. Sorry. Enough the jokes. Enough the jokes. Next.
Or
What
not.
else we got there?
Okay. All right. The last one is the Isuzu Raptor.
Wait, we have one more. Well,
Ah, no. Sorry, sorry. It's the Volvo brake stop. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, okay. All right. This one here,
Oh my
this,
gosh.
this is not new anymore, but it popped up on my news feed again, and I just thought it was, yeah, worth sharing. Not to embarrass anybody, because I've worked with the Volvo technology, and it does work. I'll vouch for that. But I don't know what went on here, right? But this was the demonstration. It was an old one. Like I said, this is not very new. This was posted in
It was
Feb
posted last
2020.
year.
Yes,
Yes.
and it's even older than that. Okay, so they did demo. Why on earth they had to go that fast is beyond me. But yeah, they hit the CEO. It was like the most. It was like it was really bad. That was really really bad. So,
I know. Oh my god.
oh man, that's probably the worst possible way to demonstrate your pedestrian safety technology.
Nakakahiya.
Watch it. And the poor guys, it's like by the time he realized, he's like, oh,
Ah.
geez, I can't imagine what's gonna happen to that driver.
Oh my gosh. You had one job. Okay, ito na talaga. Last na talaga to. It's the Isuzu Raptor.
All right.
There we go.
Well, that's what they all want to be when they grow up, right? A big pickup truck like that. All righty, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Chris. That's all you got for us.
Yeah. Yes, that's all we have. Thank you so much, Tita James. Thank you, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hydrated. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye, Chris. All right, that's Chris with the latest in headlines. And I just like we mentioned last time, Chris is already well, she's been with us for 6 months now, and she does lots of voiceovers as well. So there's her IG handle. If you want to get Chris to do any voiceovers for you, you want I don't know. She's got obviously great diction. That's not just my opinion. That was coming through on the comments as well. So this is how we support each other as much as we can, especially during a pandemic. All right, as much as we can. And one of the best ways that we support each other during a pandemic is supporting local businesses that are pivoting or starting out. And for this, we've developed a segment that we call Free Plug Friday. And Free Plug Friday is basically a chance for those businesses to feature their product without any cost at all. But for that, we need XX. What you got in the box there, X?
Hi, DDJs. We actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Tito'clockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, feast your eyes on the screen. Let's start this Free Plug Friday by sanitizing our hands. Care of our friend from Al Coco. All right, Al Coco is the first ever, Tito James, get this, the first ever coconut-based 70% ethyl alcohol solution hand sanitizer that can kill 99.9% of germs. And they come in a gel and a spray form. Which kind of a hand sanitizer do you prefer? A gel or spray?
Spray.
Spray. Same, Tito James. Same here. And it comes in a very, very small bottle that's actually pretty handy. You can put it in your pocket, your bag, or anywhere else. And everywhere you are, because it's perfect for people on the go. Hope you can check them out. Price starts at 50 pesos per bottle. Al Coco on IG, Shopee, and Lazada. Next, we go to Sunday morning. So Sunday mornings delivers freshly cooked meals straight to your door. And their food is mostly Asian inspired. So Sunday morning sent over their specialties such as the crispy butter chicken, pad thai, vegetable fritters, beef bulgogi, cabbage pork shawmai, and the 3 mushroom with pork. Which one did you like the most among these, Tito James?
I love the cabbage pork shawmai. It was so good. And it's kind of unique.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, you don't see it everywhere. That's
Yeah.
why. So I really like that. Everything was really good. I really liked the pad thai too because it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
It wasn't your soup.
Usual
Yeah,
Garmeri,
definitely.
pad thai.
Definitely different.
For me, since I can't eat pork and beef, I was able to try the butter chicken and the pad thai and some of the vegetable fritters. I gotta say, these are actually pretty good and actually value for money. Price starts at 390 pesos. That's already good for 2 people per serving. And the good thing about these guys is they accept weekly and monthly meal subscriptions. And speaking of which, Tito James, Sunday mornings actually gave a discount code, a promo code.
Oh, nice.
Guess what the promo code is?
I don't know. Tell me that. Rocket. No?
Close. It's Deacon, your surname.
Man.
For people who know how to spell Tito James's surname, Deacon is in Deakin. That's all you need to do is when you do order from Sunday mornings, all you need to do is input the word Deacon and it gives you straight away 10% discount on all your purchases. And the good news about this is going to be a perpetual promo code, Tito James.
Wow.
So infinity.
Wow, no expiry. That's so cool. Thanks, guys. That's really, really awesome. So write it down and use it next time you order.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm going to go order that cabbage shawmai again. Different.
Right. Hope you can check them out Sunday mornings on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Mystify Sense PH. So Mystify Sense PH offers multi-purpose disinfectant sprays that come in different scents like the fresh bamboo, white tea and ginger, and green tea. Personally, I love the white tea and ginger because it's exactly how I prefer my room to smell like. How about you, Tito James? Which among these scents did you like?
Well, firstly, let's just make it clear. These are not common sense.
Boom, 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 boom.
I like the green tea.
The green tea is
Yeah,
your thing.
The green tea. But what's nice is they are very different. They are just... you're not your garden variety smell. So that's
True.
what I meant about common sense. Of course, the pun was just for fun. Oh, that's another pun.
That's enough.
Yeah, it was just, it's
one.
the green tea gives it a very fresh, different type. So when people walk into the room, they go, oh,
Wow.
that smells fresh, but they can't pinpoint it,
Exactly. And the good news is, apart from it smelling really good, it also serves as a disinfectant, which you can use for your room, linen, and other surfaces. Isn't that cool? So hope you guys can check them out. Price starts at 90 pesos for 100 ml, 170 pesos for 250 ml, and 580 pesos for 1 liter. Hope you can check them out. Mystify Sense PH on Facebook, Instagram, and Shopee. Last but not least, we go to Cornerstone Pot Stop. So Cornerstone Pot Stop is from Nueva Ecija that offers unique handmade, hand-painted pots that are hand-fired for 7 days. And it's so unique that they actually import this to Vietnam. And Tito James, what's the good news about this? Look at these designs, how different they
intricate.
are.
Oh my God, that really looks like a dog too.
Oh, this one, yeah.
That's
That looks like
wow,
a...
that really looks real. It looks so genuine
It
and
looks so
furry.
genuine.
They baked that? No?
Ah, 7
Wow.
days, 7
That's
days.
wow. That looks real.
Yeah, that's effort right there and hardware. Anyway, you guys.
This is I'm all jokes aside. These are really cool. Wow, look at these designs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, guys, if you guys want to up your pot game,
That could be taken the wrong way there, X. Just saying.
Look for the aesthetic value.
There we go. There you go.
I don't want to say anything anymore. I want to implicate myself. Right? Why don't you guys just check them out on Facebook and Instagram? Cornerstone Pot Stop. All right, that's all we have for this week's for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize, please, Tito'clockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy weekend. Bye.
Don't forget your pot, everybody. Don't forget your pot, everybody. Yeah, for sure. Oh, there you go, X. All right. Anyway. Oh, wow. Mirna says, you're right, Mirna. Oh, wow, really? I don't know where to take this. Still a family show, everybody. Welcome back. We're here to... Oh, gosh. Okay. Rocket, where are you? That's too funny. Okay, that's Free Plug Friday, everybody. That's basically just a little initiative to sort of help each other out during this very strange times that we're going through. So if there's anything that you like, anything that you see there that you think, wow, look, I think I could do with that, take the extra step and go to their Instagram or their Facebook accounts. X was, always includes the Facebook account and their IG so that you can go and visit and just support each other, right? That's really the best thing we can do right now, especially with all these crazy cases right now. Wow, we're almost up to 10,000 a day. It's just scary. So, look, I think we all know what to do by now. There's nothing really, it's not rocket science, but it's going to be difficult because we're running out of energy. I get it. It's like this has been over a year and, all our sacrifices, people are feeling now that we've sacrificed for over a year and not just hasn't it worked, it's actually in a way getting worse. But sad thing about that is, the virus it won't take a break, right? It really needs us to follow certain protocols. I mean, 100 years later, it seems that the most effective way is still the social distancing and the masks and the sanitizing of our hands, etc. So even 100 years later, with all our technology, that's still the fail-safe. Of course, a vaccine is, going to be a big thing, but that's going to take a while to roll out. So in the meantime, please be very, 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 very careful. Just act as if you're positive. Just treat yourself and everybody around you that they're positive. I think that should be the new normal mindset already, because I'm not trying to alarm anyone. And I really also hate these, when people try to use panic as a way to get people to move. But the thing is, if you think that everyone's positive, you'll have a better chance. You'll just, treat everyone like that for now. 9,838 is no joke. Neither is 13,149 deaths. So regardless of how low the mortality rate looks like on paper, that's still 13,149 too many people that we should be losing. And if you're one of the family members of those 13,000, you won't care about those morbidity rates. You won't think, oh, it's low, it's high. No, your family member was taken by COVID, and that's just something you'll never get back. So just please be careful. That's all. I know you are, but I don't know what else to say except reinforce what we already know to be the safest way around this whole thing. COVID, go away. You're right, Topher. Nakakainis. It's just like, it's tiring. It's, I wish we could just sort of see the back end of this, but anyway, that's how life is, right? Okay, so a couple of recaps during the week of what's been going on. Before we do that, I just wanted to say hi to Jules. I saw Jules' name pop up. I think it was during Free Plug Friday. Jules Eusebio, the Dub King from TikTok. If you're still out there, Jules, good to see you on the show. It's great. I miss you on TikTok. You are really always one of the people I always watch because you always lighten up the mood. And I think what you do is pretty amazing. So hi to you. And for those of you who are still here with us until 6 o'clock, thank you for joining us. A couple of recaps. Of course, the big news for us in the motoring industry was, well, a few things. One of them was the launch of the new Navara. So the Navara is out, right? This is the third pickup that's been formally launched this month alone. We had the Ford Ranger FX4. We had the Isuzu DMAX, which, by the way, is also one of our raffle prizes there. So we're giving that away later on. We're also, then there's the Nissan Navara. Did they launch in the Hilux as well? No? Okay, so 3 is still a lot of pickups to launch in the same month. And this Navara, what makes it a little bit different, I think, is that of all the pickup trucks that they have out there, and I'm sharing this because a lot of people have been sending messages, especially after I posted the video, etc. So I think what my favorite feature of the Navara is versus any of the other pickups, each one has their strengths and weaknesses, but the Navara has, for me, the right balance of tough and civil. So it's got that nice line between passenger car and commercial vehicle in terms of the suspension. At least they've always been groundbreaking with that. The last Navara also had the coil springs, but now they've tweaked them again so that they can keep the same, because when you have leaf springs in a pickup truck, that's usually by design going to be its trade-off, right? Because you have these leaf springs so that it can take a payload of 1 ton, but the trade-off for that is when you don't have a ton in the back, which is most times, you bounce up and down and you can shake a filling loose sometimes, depending on the road, right? If you're driving on EDSA, yeah, you could shake a filling loose. But with the Navara, they use the coilover springs as well in the back, and they've retweaked them as well to give it that whole more, even better ride, a better passenger car ride. And it's also been improved to take on loads. So I like that. That's my personal favorite feature of it. Aesthetically, I think the front is just beautiful. I honestly think this is the best looking front end of a pickup on the market today. If you go, we lost it, but if you see those quad lamps, those LED quad lamps with the daytime running light on the top, which is right on top, like kilay, because kilay is life, and that's what we call the, or I like to call the LED on the top, the daytime running light. It looks like an eyebrow. It's beautiful. It's got a light signature to it. So that's so important because when you're driving up, people see you in the rearview mirror. It's distinct. It's classy. It's aggressive. It really has road presence. That's another thing. I like the stitching inside of the seats. The new, it's a Pro 4X, right? The Pro 4XX. She's not listening because she thinks, okay. Is it the Pro 4X? Yes. Okay. She was busy. All right. And she thought, okay, so the Pro 4X here, see the stitching and stuff? And that steering wheel. Look at that steering wheel. I mean, and then look at this display over here. Look at that with 7-inch TFT display on the center dash. And then you've got your multimedia separate to that. And this is what we were talking about in the passenger car field. I was driving that through their training course. They built a special exhibition course there that was like a torture camp for the vehicle. And I was able, and the back end. You see, when I was lifting up the back end there, you can do that with 1 finger now. I also like this, the tie downs, because that's so handy. Whether you're moving anything, you just want to have something that's flexible and stuff like that. So that's my favorite parts of the Nissan Navara. You can check it out. It's a really good vehicle to have for these roads because our roads are just kind of right? So you want to have something that can survive the Baja, survive all those rough roads and I'm not talking about off-road, I'm talking about the Lubak, right? And then have the passenger car comfort inside, and then you have the versatility of the back. Just put something like a roller or something, and then you have like an extended trunk. It's great. I've had 2 pickups already in my life. This is actually the first time in a long time that I'm not driving. I don't own a pickup. Normally I do, and one of them was a Navara. The other one was a Ranger. So there you go. I just wanted to share all that. The other one was the Skyway is now almost complete. The stage 3 version of it. I shared a little bit of news on that. And there's also, they have approved toll rates. These are provisional toll rates. This is pretty good because it allows San Miguel to, recoup some of the money. I know a lot of people have been, I was reading some of the comments and people were kind of pissed off right here. I go, at least it's open and we have an option. And some people were saying, but to James, it's the only option is EDSA. Well, yes, but it's still an option, right? This didn't exist last year, right? Or towards the tail end it did. But really, it's new, right? It's an option that's provided, and sadly, that option, whether you like it or not, I mean, because it's a separate argument if you want to argue about the PPP and the public-private partnership and the build, operate, transfer models, but that's a whole different podcast and a whole different topic. But as we have agreed on it already, San Miguel need to make their money back. It's as simple as that. They invested based on a business plan, based on certain figures that they had, and they have opened and done their part between what did you say? Oh, okay. I was in the middle of a monologue. All right, so that is why it's very important. I know when you talk about tolls, it's never going to be popular. Nobody likes to pay road tax, tolls, etc. But the reality here is, if we don't get these private companies to invest, or we don't at least honor our side of the bargain, meaning the government side of it, nobody's going to want to build infrastructure and help out. And this has become a model that we become dependent on, because we do it for a lot of things. We're doing it with the airports, we're doing it with roads, we're doing it with a lot of things. So we have to make sure that we stay committed and consistent with any of these companies that come in and invest. Otherwise, we're going to lose that investor confidence. And so for those who can't afford it, I feel for you. I really do, because it is a hefty price to pay. But this is now going to divide the traffic up between EDSA and Skyway. So if you can't afford to take the Skyway, take EDSA. The people who can't afford to take Skyway, at least we have options. And that's the whole point. So there you go. That's that news. The other one was, well, I got a little update on the bridges that are being built. We have 3 new bridges that are coming across the to connect to decongest EDSA. One of them is the Binondo Bridge. The other one is the Rockwell Bridge, and the other one is the Launton BGC Bridge. The updates on that is the Launton BGC is going to be up by about they said May, and June is for the Rockwell Bridge. These are the targeted opening dates, and this was just sent to me yesterday. So I've been double checking and asking, because these bridges are also going to have a massive effect on the EDSA traffic. Remember, for the longest time, we've been down to just Guadalupe Bridge, the Makati Mandaluyong Bridge, and the Bagong Ilog Bridge, just in that sort of alignment, right? Of course, you can go a little bit further down. There are a few more. But if you're going from Makati to Mandaluyong or Ortigas Pasig, you really only have those 3 bridges to choose from. And that's not a lot. It's not a lot for the volume of cars. So if we can get those other 3 bridges added on within the next year, which is the plan, which is the opening in a few months, we should feel some relief on EDSA, if we're not already feeling that already. So very, very big and exciting news coming up in transport. And it's good to see, I do get on the government's case sometimes when, okay, I guess we have to, that's part of the job. But when they do something right, I also like to give credit where credit is due. And so far, hey, Andrew Schroeder, look! Hey! ¿Cómo estás, amigo? One of my neighbors here. And obviously, the bridges are going to be massive in terms of that. So I have to commend the DPWH and all of the parties involved, because they're not the only ones involved in it, but they are taking the lead in all of this. So I do say thumbs up DPWH for all the work, especially during the pandemic. We get how hard it's been, and many people could have taken the excuse of COVID and said, well, this is why we're going to be late and going to be late and going to be late. But look, this is still moving on. This is from the DOTR. This is the central. Why am I getting a blank X? You know what I'm talking about, the passenger terminal, come on, James, take their common station. There you go. Wasn't that hard, was it? I was just like, complete senior moment there. Just went complete total block. There we go. The common station. Congratulations, 40, almost 50% done. So thumbs up to you guys for doing that. Again, COVID could have been used as an excuse for all of this, not just in terms of manpower, but in terms of spending. So I really appreciate the fact that they're continuing these projects. I know that budgets are separate for this, but still, how we've seen how these things can go south, right? These things can just get away from us, right? And Yao, you're right when you say convenience isn't free. Sadly, in a perfect world, I understand the frustration of many motorists is that we already pay a road tax, so we should get those roads already included in our taxes. So to pay a toll on top of that, I get it. It does piss people off. It pisses me off too, because I'm figuring, but the reality is, if we don't have these public-private partnerships, we're not going to get these things done. So for the meantime, this is the compromise, and I think this is the best we can have to work with. And then, of course, that's the one I brought up in the beginning. That is the northbound lane of Skyway, and that is soon to be. We've got new progress there, so I can't wait. Can't wait. One day, it's all going to finally make sense when they do the whole north to south connector. And this will finally we'll be in the first world, hopefully one day, hopefully in my lifetime. That's my goal, a dream. All right, so there we go. X, you know what? I think we got to save the rest of the show for our raffle, because there's quite a bit to get through. And there's so many names out there, so many that we've had to actually do. We had to start the raffle software early, because how many thousands of people joined this one, X? I guess they're super popular. I mean, when you think about it, who wouldn't want something like this, right? It's so easy to use. But in case you are just joining us and you don't know what we're talking about, then what makes this very special, from the makers of Copper UV, the masks, they've come up with this product as well. By the way, they also have a Copper 2.0 mask, which is a mask that solves the issue that with the hole in the bottom. So just in case you're looking for your favorite copper mask and you're still looking for that, but you don't want the one with the hole, which had some issues, they have a version without it. So that's good. Okay, back to this one. Copper, check this out. This is so cool. It's an insulated tumbler with a UVC light there. Woohoo! See the UVC light? Don't look straight into it. It's like a Men in Black thing, right? If you look straight into it, we'll wipe your memory. But that is, see the UV there working? Okay, now when you put that into that, like that, it's now zapping your liquids, whatever it might be, whether it's water, whether it's, oh, there you go. It'll just kill all the bacteria and the virus, or at least 99.7% or 99.9%, one or the other. And that's obviously very good. Now, also the fact that it's got that copper finish as well, and then it's got the silver inside, so it's double protection as well, because silver is an antimicrobial as well. So it helps to keep the bacteria away. And that's one of our prizes. We have 2 of those to give away. Plus, we have, of course, these ones which we put in dry ice. If you saw the photo that we posted there, or the video, there we go. Look at that. Because thanks to the folks of Ford Philippines, ironically, sorry, Ford, they sent over food. Yeah, that was weird. They sent over food last night or yesterday, and it came with dry ice. And come on, if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you know what to do with dry ice, right? The first thing we did, threw water on it. Actually, first thing I did was put my tongue on it. Then I regretted it, okay, because that's what we used to do as kids. But then I put some water on it, took the video, played with it. It's just awesome. I mean, it took me back. I must have wiped 30 years off my age just in that little afternoon alone, just playing with the dry ice. So thank you, Ford, for that. Sorry about the choice of thing anyway, thank you. Oh, by the way, speaking of Ford, here's my bow. Ford last night had a wonderful event called the Henry Ford Awards, and Henry Ford Awards is an annual event. I think we only missed last year because of the pandemic, but it's been going. Did we miss last year? Was it on last year? I think they may or may not, but anyway, it's a 20th year, and that was a big milestone because Henry Ford Awards has been the benchmark, I guess, for journalism awards in the Philippines, for motoring at least. And so congratulations to all the winners. One of the big winners there was Auto Industria. I know he's tuned in right now. Okay, wrong website. Yeah, there. Anyway, it's okay. I'm just kidding around. So they won for the videos as well, best video. And so Vince, was it Vince that won for that? Vince. So also Kako Tirona, big congratulations to him as well for that. And we also got an award for this show, believe it or not. So yeah, that's kind of a backhanded compliment right there, but sneaky. But we did get an award for One for the Road. There you go. It was the Go Further Changemaker awardees because they recognized the community service that the show has been given. So a big thank you to our friends from Ford for recognizing that. We do try. I mean, we don't do it for the awards. We just do it for whatever we can for the people who are involved in this. But I'm not going to lie, it's nice to be recognized. So thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. The Go Further Changemaker Award. And they said they'll deliver the trophy tomorrow. So I was going to say maybe next Friday I could show it, but maybe not, because next Friday is Good Friday, right? So we won't be on air Good Friday. And we'll be back on the Friday after. So I'll probably just post it on Monday. Not that I'm sure you can get through the weekend without it, right? It's my shameless plug. So there you go. X, are you ready? Have you got all the raffles in place? Yes, she's got it. So let's get this party started, because I know a lot of people are tuned in for this. Got 527 people tuned in. So let's get this party started. Here is the raffle draw. You know what happens. You know what we need for this, right? Let us do the... I need that graphic. There you go. He was sleeping. He didn't want to come out. He was sleeping. He was fast asleep, and now he's got to draw a raffle. Sorry, Rocket, but work first, man. You don't live here rent free, Okay, you don't live here, but you don't visit rent free, right? You got to earn your keep. So you know what to do, Rocket. We have the copper UV bottle and the DMAX diecast. So there's 5 winners in total. 5 winners. Hey, pay attention. Look over here. Hey. Oi. I think he stopped breathing. All right, no. Okay, Rocket, pay attention. All you gotta do is press the button, all right? That's all you have to do. Ready? Put that furry paw on the blue button and pick out a winner. That's all you gotta do. Okay, all right. Ready? Aim. Oh, he's so tense. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Up there, Rocket. Up there. There. He's a little confused. Man, you're such a mama's boy, Rocket. You know that? Pick me, Rocket. Come on, look at all your fans, Rocket. You've got fans. Rocket! Come on, Rocket. Look, he does not look involved. All right. So those are our winners for the I was gonna say, is that Marlon Stockinger tuned in? But it's a photo winner, I think, Marlon Stockinger. Congratulations to our 5 winners of our raffle. I hope you saw your name next to the corresponding prize. So some of you won the DMAX, some of you won the copper UV bottle, and somebody won Rocket. No, I'm just kidding. We're not giving away Rocket. Sleepy Rocket, yeah, he's sleepy, but he's oh, there you go. Yeah, he's just basically, this is his siesta time now at 5 o'clock, 5:30. This is when he sort of chills out, takes a nap and stuff like that. But he came out for you. He put his lucky paw on it, and we got 5 winners from that. So I hope you're one of those winners. Wherever you might be, just reach out to us, and we'll hook you up with the prize. No problem at all. So there you go, Rocky. You want to go back to your mom? Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Rocket. So there, I hope your name came up. If it didn't, don't worry. We're always doing this. So we always have a whole bunch of prizes that we keep up our sleeves for, especially to have on Fridays. So if you are a loyal Tito'clocker, you always have a first dibs for this. And next week, well, like I said, we won't be on the air because of Good Friday. There's also some guidelines that I think you just basically heard if you just tuned in. We were mentioning on the news that during the Holy Week, there will be limited services available for those who want to go and worship. And that will be up to about 10% of the churches, but only 1 mass a day. So if you are one of those who really want to go, try to make sure that you book your seat in your church, or at least let your church know in advance. That way you can probably have a better chance of attending the services during the week, because it's going to be very, very limited. And I know it's very tough. I know if you're a devotee, it's going to be a very hard thing to sacrifice, but everyone has to make some kind of a sacrifice right now. So I hope we can all do it for each other, because this is just something that's, well, it's pretty scary stuff. I think you get the drift. All right, so that's pretty much all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. We pretty much run through everything here. And we've got, of course, I've given you the heads up for next week. We won't be back until the week after. So till then, you guys take care of yourselves. Always sanitize and just be kind to one another. We'll see you in the next Tito'clock. Bye for now.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk